Boris Johnson will be making a statement to the country today in which he's going to stand down. He's going to finally tender his resignation.
Well, sadness, but nevertheless relief, because I think it couldn't have gone on any longer. I certainly backed the Prime Minister in the last vote of confidence, and I have backed him. I voted for him. He is a tremendous company. He's a great friend. He's a tremendous communicator and campaigner, and I'm sorry that it's all gone horribly wrong. But there it is. We have to go on.
Well, indeed. I mean, it has gone horribly wrong. I think you and I, though, can certainly at this time, now that he is finally doing, I think, the right thing in resigning and not being dragged kicking and screaming. I was thinking someone's actually going to have to go into Downing Street and grab him by his shirt tails, which, of course, being Boris Johnson, would be hanging out anyway, and drag him out of the building and frankly, undermining his legacy. You've got to go with a little bit of dignity and a bit of self-respect and save the office of the Prime Minister and save his own legacy. What will his legacy be, do you believe?
Undoubtedly, having got Brexit through Parliament. Remember the ghastly situation we were in October 2019 when he first took on the leadership and became Prime Minister, and he won that general election in December 2019, and then he managed to get it through late in the day, though it was, and I think that will be his tremendous legacy.
Well, indeed. I mean, for me as well. I mean, getting Brexit done, that was what he was elected to do. And he did it. And Christine Jardine, Remainer and the Lib Dem camp just saying, it's been a terrible disaster. We are constantly told that, we're having difficulties in our economy. I mean, our economy is completely up the swanny at the moment. We know that. But the idea that this is just due to Brexit, I mean, they're having a laugh, aren't they?
Well, one of the things that I regard as most disagreeable about this whole business is giving satisfaction to all those Remainers who have been out for Boris from the start because they couldn't swallow Brexit. And that for me is the worst aspect of this, having given them the satisfaction of Boris's scalp.
There is that, isn't there? How much of this, and I know a lot of people get in touch with me and say, look, don't play along with this is all a big conspiracy by the Remainers. I mean, look, there's no doubt at all, most of Parliament, and certainly the opposition, most of the establishment, most of the media establishment, you and I have been battling over this for a very long time, the civil service, all of this, establishment, everyone else, the church, everything, they're all opposed to Brexit. They all hate Boris. They all wanted Brexit not to be done. And there would certainly have been people that have been very, very keen to see his downfall. How much of this is in any way that conspiracy coming good, and how much of this is, frankly, what Boris Johnson brought on himself with his own character flaws, his own failings, despite what he did manage to get done, which we do approve of and we do appreciate?
Well, I think the opposition of the establishment and its resistance is simply a fact. It's there in the background. I think undoubtedly this has been brought about by what they call, when they're commenting on Wimbledon, unforced errors. The fact is that it's been the way things have been handled have got us to the situation that we're in, and I think we need to make amends as quickly as we can, get on and govern so that we have a chance of winning the next general election and protecting the revolution.
But I mean, it has been a revolution. I mean, one of the things that Boris Johnson's aides and people close to him over 24 hours have been saying, he's got his mandate of 14 million. OK, we don't have a presidential system in that sense. But also, pointing out, the choice is between me as Prime Minister and chaos and opening the way to an election where Labour get in, backed up by the Liberal Democrats. Big issues there over the future of Brexit, but also backed up by the SNP, who want their price for that would be to have a referendum on leaving the United Kingdom. Do you think that is a fair characterisation of the situation?
Well, what we've got to do is to ensure that it isn't, to make sure that we now select someone capable of retrieving the situation and ensuring that we are in a position to prevent that dreadful disaster from occurring.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think a lot of people would feel that way. Nicola Sturgeon has given a statement. Just first up, let's read you what Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer has said. He said it was good news that Boris Johnson is resigning. He said, quote, "We don't need to change the Tory at the top. We need a proper change of government." He's been calling for a snap election. There isn't going to be an election this side of 2024, though, is there?
Well, Sir Keir is hardly, and Nicola Sturgeon are hardly objective observers in this. I mean, they are partisans. I mean, my hunch would be that I certainly am not keen to have an election anywhere before one is due, and I certainly don't detect any enthusiasm amongst voters for that. No, I think that we've got a majority in Parliament. There is absolutely no reason for trashing that. Let's get on with the majority that we have and see what we can do to deliver a situation where we're in a position to go to the people and say, look what we've done, give us longer.
Well, we shall see what happens in the coming hours and days. Sir Desmond Swayne, Conservative MP, thank you very much indeed for joining us.